Too early.
Smooth as butter.
No, you didn't let any of the instruments come in.
They were in there.
Let us know at home how badly. Just give them a rating. 1 to 10, how smooth. I mean, it was better than last week.
Mates and Takes back again in the back cave.
We've decided we're not explaining our show anymore. If you're here, if you've gotten this far, I suppose you know the fuckery that happens in the simple premise of the show. You'll pick it up pretty quickly, won't they?
Last week I was on the Tropicanas. This week I'm back on the OG Red Bulls. You guys are in for a treat.
Is this just like the more pure high that you can get?
Straight from the source.
Yeah. What's your caffeine intake looking like at the moment?
It's not crazy. It's not really crazy. Madeline makes a pot of coffee every morning before she goes to work, and I just finish it off when I wake up.
And is that it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because anytime we catch up for dinner, you're having a coffee after dinner around like 8 p.m.
Yep. But that's just to keep me going with our family. You know, our family can be high energy at times, and that's just to keep me in the game.
That's to keep the social battery full.
Oh, actually, I didn't even think about pre-workout. It's like my heart is like probably going to give out one of these days, but yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I'll go double scoop on pre-workout at like 10 o'clock at night.
Just lose all the feeling in your lips.
Yeah.
You're talking funny.
My feet are itchy.
Going half blind during your sets.
Yeah. It gets me there though, you know?
Well, welcome in. This is episode, who fucking knows? We never release these in the right order, so we've given up. We're thinking of doing a little something different today to keep us fresh, to keep the mind sharp. And what we're going to do is some rapid fire rounds of Mates and Takes.
Straight off the top of the dome.
Straight off the top rope, straight off the dome. We're going to get producer Steen and Cam Girl Jordan to throw out some topics, and we're just going to do it on the fly. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
We've got some new equipment as well. You might be able to see this. New cameras, a lot of money invested into the show, foolishly, I might add.
Yeah. That you're never going to recoup. You're never going to recover from that investment.
Liam, do you want to unmute Steen? And Steen, bring us in with the first topic.
All right, here we are. First topic is the best place to abandon someone.
Okay.
I suppose it depends.
Are we working off the assumption that you're trying to kill this person that you're abandoning?
I don't think so.
Because first thing that comes to my head, bro, Tekken. Dropping your kid into a volcano.
Yeah. So
Kazuya's just like, fuck this cunt, and chucks this kid.
Well, actually, Heihachi did it to Kazuya first.
That's right.
And then Kazuya's like, I guess this is how you treat your children, and did it to Jin.
Yeah.
There's just this awful cycle.
What are you thinking, bro? What comes to your mind?
I like the idea of leaving someone at like a theme park. So like, I suppose you started it. Why don't we do abandoning children?
Okay.
I feel like you've decided ahead of time that you're sick of your kid. And you're like, all right, this is going to be awful, but let me just try and do it while they're at their happiest. And you wait for them to get on like the Star Wars themed roller coaster at Disneyland. And then you go, I'll just pick you up from the other side. Never to be seen again.
I think one of the most cruel ways you could do would just be leaving them at school. Just like don't pick them up from school and you just dip. So like it's double bad because school's terrible, and then you're gonna get abandoned there. Because every kid's like saving grace is like, I just gotta get through this shit and then I can go home. But then no one comes, bro.
Yeah, I'll admit I had a few days at after school care that went a little too long, and I'm looking around and no one else is left, and I'm like, is this my life now? Am I gonna have to find a place to sleep?
Yeah, like the care lady's like getting sick of your shit. She's like, when's your mom coming? Like,
there's is that episode of The Simpsons, isn't there, where like Homer just forgets to pick up Bart and then he goes to get him and it's like raining and it's real depressing, and he's just like scarred him basically.
That reminds me of being at school one time, and it was it was during lunchtime, and it was like torrential rain. And I guess this kid had like depression already when we were like year 5. I don't know.
Year 5's tough, man.
Yeah, year 5 is tough. And this kid looked like if I can remember correctly, he had a bit of just a rough go of things socially. And it was just torrential downpour. And have you ever seen like Snoopy, like sleeping on his roof? He just went out and onto the playground, laid on his back, and just like got rained on, like face first.
That's something like a middle-aged person trying to reconnect with nature would do. You know?
I thought it was like a strong vibe. Like, I don't know in which direction it was, but at the time I just remember thinking like, whoa, that guy's going through something.
You're like, I don't know what that is, but it's something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Unmute that man. Just leave him off mute. He can just be quiet.
All right. Well, well done. Next one is, what's the best surprise? Leaving that very vague on purpose.
I mean, there's some obvious ones that come to mind. Birthday.
I think the best kind of surprise is money, because money can change into different kind of things that you want to do.
So you're being like, yo, genie, I'll have more wishes. That's what you're trying to do with your surprise.
Yeah.
Infinite possibilities.
Yes.
Mine is a Kinder surprise. You like growing up as a kid, you'd want it for the toy, but as an adult, the chocolate is actually really delicious. Like really yum. Like, okay, what chocolate in the supermarket is noticeably better than Kinder Surprise chocolate?
Whittaker's chocolate.
Is it really that much better?
Yes.
Price point as well, based on the fact that you also get a toy?
You're getting like a millimeter thick worth of chocolate on this thing that you're spending like how much money on? Like $4?
I'd have to,
I mean, when that's not even accounting for inflation.
For someone so passionate about Kinder
This
Surprises,
is a finance podcast now.
here's how to save 100K. Stop buying Kinder Surprises.
Start a side hustle. Okay.
What about finding out you have a kid?
Bad surprise.
Bad surprise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's an unplanned child, isn't it? Finding out you have a kid.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. And imagine how far down the road it would be. Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's say you have a child out there.
Mm-hmm.
At what age would you want to meet them? Like, would you want to meet them young? You'd have to take care of them. Or would you want like a full-grown adult showing up on your doorstep later in life?
Probably full-grown adult, so I can just live my life still.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, I am. But, well, you know.
Steen, what surprise would you go with?
You know, after hearing the Kinder surprise, man, I've been pulled back, back to the days. You know what the best surprise is? When you make it to the gas station on an empty tank.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Oh. If you get home and you weren't expecting food and there's takeaways.
What about like a mean tax refund when you didn't even think you were...
That's money.
Yeah, it's
this
just...
fucking guy, we're like in this bit for like 2 minutes. He's already recycling my shit.
No, but I'm just giving you a subgenre. You can't have everything, bro. You're just trying to... Blanket statement.
Hold on the subject of money. The best surprise for money is when you find a $50 note or $10 note stuck somewhere and you grab it and it's yours.
Yeah, that's mean.
That's good. I like that.
And then on the flip side, worst surprise is when you bend down to pick up a $2 coin and it's been super glued to the ground.
Yeah, fuck that person.
Awful.
What else we got, Steen?
All right, we've got the best pickup line.
Me and Liam don't get girls.
Never held a girl's hand before.
We lack the confidence to ever approach a woman. I want to go on record here and say I actually don't think I've ever fucking used a pickup line. Like not even once in my whole life, genuinely. Like you know how like pickup lines are usually presented and like It's usually like a cold call. Like you walk up to a girl and you usually open with the pickup line. I've straight up have never fucking done that once.
Yeah, I mean it's like the highest levels of corniness. Like no one goes for that shit.
Well, it's like super high risk, high reward because if your pickup line lands, you sort of know where you're going to stand. But if it doesn't, you might as well fucking pack it up.
Back in the day on like the dating apps and chicks are like, hit me with your best pickup line. No. No. How about hello? I'm good. I'm not doing some like trial to try and like make it in.
Yeah, that's like having to do some kind of numeracy test before a job interview or something.
Yeah. When you like go for a job and they're like cover letter, CV, cover letter, you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm alright.
No, that's pretty standard stuff for a job.
Too much.
Steen, we don't have pickup lines. We are not those guys. We don't
ever bring us some shit like that again, Steen.
Well, you know
Wait,
what?
oh no, hang on, Steen, what's yours?
I don't have a pickup line either. I'm gonna be a bandwagoner and jump on this train, you know.
No, good.
But
Yeah.
moving on, let me just move that along because it's a bit of a draw there. Best ice cream flavor.
This is gonna sound sort of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from Hamilton, you should be familiar with Duck Island. And they have so many flavors, and they're very known for being experimental with their flavors of ice cream. Their very best flavor, hands down, is vanilla. Have you had it?
No,
It's
I'm not a big ice cream fan.
what's the point then?
Famously.
What's the point?
Went to the Tip Top factory in year 7 and said that to like the head of Tip Top, and she was just like, "Cool, you can fuck off."
I'm glad you bring that up because that woman is fucking awful.
Yeah, and I was like, "You guys make ice blocks though, right? Because I like those. How about you just try and like give me one of those? Because I'm a kid. You know what I mean?"
All right, give us your best ice block flavor then.
No, I'll stay on topic though. Do you
Okay.
remember? You remember for sure Gelatopia from back in Chartwell days?
Hell yeah, brother.
Their lemon flavor. I don't know if people sorbet or whatever. You know what I mean? But that's my pick.
Yeah, it's not ice cream.
Okay, well, cookies and cream then.
Liam and I used to work at the movies at Chartwell.
Oh,
And we used to make choc tops, and you'd have a shift where the only thing you would do for like 6 to 8 hours was roll ice cream. You'd be in the back portion. So when you walk into the theaters, you can buy your tickets, go upstairs. So behind, there's like a room behind pause there. And it's just, yeah, you roll double scooped ice creams. You melt some chocolate down, you dip them, you bag them, and you repeat. Were you a fan of those or
never did a shift rolling choc tops,
Oh, okay.
but vanilla choc top with the nuts, that was my favorite.
That was bomb.
Yeah.
And like if I knew I was gonna just keep this between us. If I was working a night shift and I didn't have any money for dinner, I would just go around the back as if I was doing some admin stuff, and I would just break the bottom of one of the ice creams and be like, guess I better go throw this out and just chuck it in the bin, and then on my way past, on my break 15, grab it out of the bin, eat it for dinner.
Genius.
Can we talk about how you got fired?
Yeah, I got fired from the movie for still to this day I don't know why. I was just like, my friends would come in and then I'd just kind of be like forget what they told me in their order, but then like kind of remember later on and just like kind of remix it when I put through the sales part of it.
Yeah, there was just some like there was some pretty easy sleazy moves you could do. It was just like if your mate ordered a small popcorn, you'd hook him up with a large. Same with the frozen Cokes. Maybe you chuck him a broken choc top. That's out of my playbook. The shitty thing was everyone was kind of like dipping and diving on that kind of stuff, and you got caught, and we all thought you'd get a warning, and they just fully fucking flamed you.
That's so good. I probably needed it. Dude, the movies was a real chill gig, and it was my first job, and I thought like this shit is torture. But like like you look back and you're like, oh, that shit was pretty cool.
Yeah. No, it was a really cool job. I mean, I quit when you got fired
In
because
solidarity, I respect, bro.
I knew one day we'd host a podcast together and it would have been awkward if I hadn't have left at the same time.
Straight up.
Okay, so what? I was vanilla, cookies and cream, unless it's a choc top, in which case I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Nut top
Yeah.
goes crazy.
Yeah.
Next up.
Goes dummy.
Okay, well,
hard.
what's the best type of foreigner to run into?
Sorry?
Foreigner.
Yeah, type of
Okay.
foreigner.
Person from another country.
Oh, to run into. So if I guess you're running, you hit them physically. You
In
probably
your car.
But so best foreigner to run over in your car. Steen, what the fuck are these topics?
This is fucked.
You know what? I don't know. I've asked ChatGPT and that's what it gave me.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
these are full pseudo random topics.
Pseudo random. Shout out Josh Lapine.
Shout out JLP. Best foreigner to run into. That's a pretty wild one. I'm going to go with Dutch because I know a little bit of Dutch. Ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. So I'd probably hit him with a couple of combos. And then as soon as they start talking back, I would go, oh, Luke.
Dat was niet goed, hè? Ik kan Nederlandse sprake hier.
Nee, dankjewel.
Famously good kickboxers.
The Dutch?
Yeah.
Are they actually?
Yeah. Really good kickboxers.
They're pretty aerodynamic people.
Also,
They're hot. Like Dutch people are like incredibly beautiful.
ahead of the time with the weed.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I was actually in Amsterdam maybe about 3 months ago. It was good fun. Who are you running into?
I don't know.
It's such a fucking weird question, ChatGPT. What when are we ever evaluating the cultures or nationalities of people we could potentially?
You know how like everybody says French people are pretty rude in France, I guess. I've found every time you run into a French person in New Zealand that they're just kind of down to get fucked up and just like hang out. So I like French people.
Maybe they maybe all the good ones leave the country.
Yeah, maybe.
What about you, Steen? You seem like a well-versed, traveled, cultured man. Who do you want to run into?
You know what? I'd run into a French person. Because if they live, like when they're angry and they're speaking French, I just yeah, no, that's cool. I have no idea what you're saying, but it's sort of cool.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful language to listen to, eh? I think
Garbage people though, eh?
French women with an accent, even French men, who am I kidding? Way sexier. Say if you took the exact same person and they went from like a Scottish accent to a French accent, do they not just like skyrocket in terms of attractiveness? Am I crazy in thinking that?
I really like a Scottish accent.
Oh,
I like a French accent too.
what's your least favorite accent?
Ooh.
South African?
Nah.
That was just for Jordan.
Yeah, that's for Jordan though. Cam guy. Girl. Probably Portuguese.
Mine's probably like orc. Like an orc accent from Middle Earth.
Best city building game.
Oh, you're coming out with
I'm
one?
coming at you with one. Best
City building game?
city building game.
Does that include like Age of Empires and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Age of Mythology.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or there's could I put in like a roller coaster? Oh, like a Zoo Tycoon?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and Zoo Tycoon.
Zoo Tycoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, Age of Mythology. I mean, I played Age of Empires 1 the most.
Mm-hmm. We got that in a Nutrigrain box.
We did. Shout out Nutrigrain, bro.
Um,
We never even were allowed to eat Nutrigrain growing up, but when they started putting free computer games in the boxes, we managed to pull some strings.
yeah, and they put those like music making games in the.
Do you guys remember those? Like the beat making discs?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that probably like sent numerous producers on their like life career path Just those
100%.
games. Holy shit, they were so much fun. I'd love to track down one and just try and make a beat with it. That'd be so cool. Like give it to someone who's actually handy.
I was on those synths and guitars, bro. Yeah, had some
holy
cool little jams happening.
What's your favorite city building game?
Warcraft 3.
Ah.
Reign of Chaos.
Yeah, no, that is it. That is it. I'm so bummed out that the remastered version apparently was just like really flat. Like it got pretty average reviews.
Yeah.
Because for us, that was a huge game.
I had that game, hard copy.
Yeah, I want to change my answer to Warcraft 3. That game is so solid.
Cool. So I'm changing mine to Frozen Throne, the expansion pack then. Don't copy me, bro.
Oh, those are really good games. Holy shit. Steen, do you have a favorite one?
I'm a simple man. SimCity was my favorite.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was trying to think. Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
What about Jordan? Does Jordan have a favorite?
I never really built.
Yeah, cut him off.
Yeah, that's enough.
I didn't have a video game console, so I was like.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
well,
awful.
another one from our list is the best body parts.
Body parts?
Yeah, that was literally what we wrote. Best body parts.
Okay.
We'll just do part.
Well, let's take out major organs because that's just a bit silly. Like you obviously need your brain, you need your heart, and like I think the brain would win. The brain's pretty incredible. I mean, that's how we are talking right now.
I'm more of an ass man, but you know. You're trying to be diplomatic and saying you like your personality. That's all good, bro.
Yeah, I'm out here loving the brain.
No, your brain or
No, so we're not allowed to do any internal organs.
Oh, we're not allowed to do any.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because otherwise, I feel like the brain and the heart are too obvious. I'm gonna say eyes.
Yeah.
Because not only are they like highly, highly functional, in fact, like if you ask me,
Well, they're a part of your brain.
yeah, but yeah, well, they're connected. It's like connecting up a couple of I don't know. I was gonna say headphones to your iPod, but that's your ears. But you know what I mean. Like if you said to me, "I'll lose both your legs or both your eyes," I'd lose both my legs. Like blind for the rest of your life, or like you
Robotic.
robotic what?
You become like your cyborg, you know?
The eyes or the legs?
The legs. You can get robotic legs realistically. You can't get robotic eyes in this scenario.
That's what I'm saying. I would
Yeah.
cut off my legs.
Yeah.
Are you picking eyes? What are you picking?
Yeah, I'm picking eyes too. She would be dry as fuck being blind.
What about nipples though?
Huh?
What about nipples? What if you took away nipples?
Yeah, I'd be all good.
You'd look weird as.
Like a Bucky character.
Do they not have nipples?
No.
Damn.
That manga is wild, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You read manga?
Not. I watch YouTube videos that break down manga.
That seems worse.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to have so much free time where I could just listen to manga.
I do read some
I mean,
manga though.
watch it. Yeah, read it. I read comics though. I got a new X-Men one, Age of Apocalypse. It's like from 2010. It's really good.
Okay.
It's like an alternate world in which like the mutants decided to wipe out the human race, and now like there's this like band of superheroes called the Exterminated, who are like the only humans left, run by this dude called Prophet, and he's basically like Batman. He's just like genius, thinks everything like 10 steps ahead, and the main evil bad dude is like Weapon X, Wolverine.
Like, Marvel has all the good cinematic movies. Well, they used to. They're trash as fuck at the moment. DC has like the best games and the best animated shit,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
They probably have the best comics as well, just because they have Batman.
Yeah.
Although the last couple Batman comics I read, they're alright.
Yeah.
Steen, what would be your best body part?
The tongue.
No, like your like specific to you. What is your favorite body part of your own body?
My tongue. I prefer tasting food, you know.
So if I said to you, you can either lose your sense of sight or your sense of taste. You're going full blind.
Yeah, fuck it.
Holy
Whoa.
shit. Dude will be over in the corner like licking lollipops, like laughing while
On
we're
some Daredevil shit.
While
bro.
we're
You
just,
don't
like,
give a fuck.
playing video games or, you know.
Just think about it. If I lost my eyes, I could eat anything without being disgusted with because when you see something you don't like, you just naturally won't like it.
Yeah, but we could eat anything without being disgusted because we don't have a sense of taste.
Bro, do you have anything that you smell that makes you that makes you think it smells like something else rather than what it is? You know how some people think that oregano tastes like soap or smells like soap or whatever the fuck?
I can't think.
Bro, for me, chai tea
Yeah.
smells like throw up.
Really?
Yeah, I used to think that it was like either rubbish or throw up. And I used to think that like one of our pets had vomited under our couch, and then I figured out that it was these fucking teacups that Madeline and Emma are always drinking.
That's a visceral response to chai tea.
It is. It is.
All right, I think we've got room for one more, Steen. Lay it on us. Pick a goodie. In
All
fact, pick a crap one, and we'll just go through it quick and do another one. You know, no pressure.
Okay, quick crap one is the best transport when you're a student.
What?
Best mode of transport when you're a student.
Car. Car's always the best.
When you're a student?
Car with a small gas tank.
Hands and knees. Next.
Best pyramid scheme.
Oh, fucking hell. I don't know. No, I want to tell a story, but I'm legit not allowed to tell this story because
You get put in jail?
nah, but it's about Hillary.
Do you know you can't be put in jail for not paying back debt?
Really?
Yeah. There's a strategy called cred maxing where you literally just get a loan out and don't pay it back.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
It's not.
Oh, you were talking to Dad about this the other day, eh?
Yeah.
Cred maxing.
Because I'm like, Dad, cred max out, brah, before you kick the bucket. Just get a fucking 100K out and blow that shit.
And what, and just ruin our lives?
No.
Doesn't it get passed to your family if you...
I'd have to look into that, but I'm not sure about it.
You need to do some more cred maxing research.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
We'll do.
So it depends if you have loan insurance or not. If you have loan insurance, all your loans when you die get paid in full. If you don't, then it goes to your next of kin.
Ah.
Loan insurance.
We would be getting that loan insurance, obviously, then.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
Far out. I can't think of is there like any famous pyramid schemes out there, Steen, that you can think of?
Aren't like all... I just remember like, it's like multi-level marketing is the same thing as pyramid scheme, eh?
I don't know.
I can't find anything off the top of my head, but I could Google it. Or we could move on to something a little different. All
Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
right. Best country to be a spy for.
First of all, before we jump into it, I think I would make like a very effective spy. Just because I'm like
Based on what?
I'm a good actor.
I'd say you're a bad actor. I'd say you're a good comedic actor. I've never seen you pull off anything dramatic.
You never seen my short films with Isaac?
I saw it.
Yeah. Won Best Actor.
Did you?
Yeah, and I had to be a serious guy.
Okay. Well,
I'm also very brave. So like if I was faced with danger, I'm like a really brave person.
I think...
Are you trying to think of a country?
Yeah. I think I'd either be a spy for Russia or China, because one of them's going to take over the world. So,
What about the South Island? So like living up in the North Island, but like relaying all the shit that's going on to the South Island. So like
for
anytime,
the GCSB.
yeah, like anytime anyone talks shit, bad mouths like Nelson or Dunedin, you got this notepad and you're like, yeah, I think China's the answer because they're definitely taking over the world.
Mm.
They just build out into the ocean whenever they want.
Their country. Oh wow. I mean, I don't want to get too deep on this shit, but
We don't want to get targeted, bro. I was talking to Luke the other day on Facebook Messenger, and we got on the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh, and he sent me this very specific Pot of Greed meme. It's like this guy playing like VR Yu-Gi-Oh, and he's like, I summon Pot of Greed to summon Pot of Greed, and he's just like repeating it. And Luke sent it to me, and we were cracking up, and he goes, oh, there's actually like a full edited version with like the actual anime with it. And then like an hour later, I was on TikTok, and it popped up on my feed, and I was like, that's fucking freaky.
listening in, bro.
Yeah.
The early days of Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah, you could like a win condition was that you just lock someone in, like you just keep repeating the same move so they can't do anything.
And you can win like that.
Yeah.
I went to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament one time when I was like first year uni.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my mates got into Yu-Gi-Oh for some reason, which is like an awful idea because it's quite expensive.
It is pretty expensive.
Like you buy your starter deck, but then
You got to build your deck from like 3 decks.
yeah, you sort of want to try buy specific cards from like other people, but if you have to buy boosters, fuck. But like we went to this Yu-Gi-Oh tournament kind of in the peak of our passion for the game, and I remember getting like absolutely slaughtered by like a 13-year-old kid. Nah, he's probably younger, like 10. I would like go to do stuff. He's like, you can't actually do that. And I was like, I'm not playing this anymore.
These levels to the card games, like Pokemon, everyone knows Pokemon cards are very valuable, but no one really plays Pokemon. People just like collect the cards. Yu-Gi-Oh, extremely sweaty. But people are still kind of like, there was a bit of swag with Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what I mean? Like they had a TV show, people are like, Yu-Gi's changed, pretty fire. Magic is like the worst of the worst in my opinion.
Let me ask you this. Like, let's say for some reason this restaurant's cleared out and there's like 3 tables there. And one of them is like Magic the Gathering players. One table is like comic book guys.
Yeah.
And one table is like Warhammer dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like drinking and stuff. What's the table that gets rowdy and acts like the alphas and kind of bullies the rest of the restaurant? It's the comic book guys, right? Or is it the Magic guys? It's not the Warhammer dudes.
Some like alpha people do Warhammer, bro.
Really?
Henry Cavill does Warhammer.
Yeah, but Henry Cavill's just an anomaly because he's like into all these ultra nerdy things, but he's built like Superman.
You know who does Warhammer? Josh Hamer.
Does he really?
Yeah.
But he's also hard out into comics, so he'd be going to and fro.
Yeah, I think there would be like, those.
Is he really doing Warhammer?
That triple circle intersect with all 3 of those tables. Crossover.
Yeah, Josh, we know what we're getting for your wedding present.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He told me.
That's fucked up. Yeah, I think probably the comic book guys are running that shit.
Okay.
And I think that's all we have time for, to be honest. That was, thanks for joining in. I'm hoping this podcast will be heavily edited because there was some awful shit in there. But that was a little rapid fire Steen. Oh, Jordan wants to do one more.
Okay, Jordan's got one more.
Yeah, Jordan's got one more.
The best anime battles.
Woo! Best anime fights, eh?
Okay. Should we do a top 3?
Oh, I mean, this is making me uneasy because I like to go and do some research on this if we're really going to get into it. But
no, well...
because we could do a whole fucking episode on this shit, bruh.
Should we do a whole episode on it? Or... Nah. I feel like that's too...
Okay, just say a couple. Just say a few. Obviously,
Okay.
Rock Lee vs. Gara in the tuning exams is like up there.
Yeah, that from like a... like an animation perspective...
It's iconic though.
And
Everyone knows that fight.
it's like pretty succinct as well. Is it over in like 2-3 episodes maybe?
Yeah.
It's like it's pretty solid. Those tuning exams are like so dope as well. Crazy how like you go from like Rock Lee and Gara's fight with this ultra smooth animation to like 2 of the chick ninjas fighting, and it's just like awful fucking couple frames of dialogue. I'd say Naruto and Sasuke, like the final fight that they have at the end of Act 1.
Yeah, that's a very good fight.
That's fucking sick. A couple of the Fire Force fights, like, who's the dude who like runs that city where they like destroy like parts of it whenever they celebrate, and he has the eye.
Oh yeah, Benny Maru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he like takes down that like fire demon, and he just like fucking gut punches it.
Yeah.
I think that's from recent memory. That's one of the coolest moments in like a fight.
Not technically anime, but Avatar: The Last Airbender has got some real quality fights.
Yeah.
Azula vs Zuko and Aang vs the Fire Lord. Those are some real good fights.
Yeah. In retrospect, dude, like, does any of the Dragon Ball Z fights hold up? Really?
They're like iconic, but they're not super. Jiren vs Goku is pretty hype. That is pretty good, but yeah, like a lot of them are just, you know what I mean? It's like you can't actually see them fighting type shit.
Anything from Hunter x Hunter get a nod?
Yep. Crollo versus the Zoldyck dad and grandpa. That's a super solid fight.
Yeah. Anything from Bleach? If you had finished Bleach and you're not on the 1,000-year blood war arc, get into it. It's so fucking good.
Part 1 is out.
Yeah. Was it just like the first 20 episodes, eh?
Something like that, yeah. Byakuya vs Ichigo, Soul Society. That's a good fight.
Yeah, back when like the universe wasn't too big, and they started scratching it, trying to figure out who to bring in.
Ichigo vs Aizen at the end is pretty tight.
Yeah, I think I actually read that rather than watched it, so I might need to do my shit. Naruto vs Pain is pretty good.
That has some questionable animation eps in it, but yeah, that's probably like one top 10 anime hardest pull-ups is like he pulls up with like a frog with like 3 frogs on top of him, and he's got like a frog on his shoulders. Ichigo has like one of the hardest pull-ups when he saves Rukia and he blocks the fucking phoenix thing, the Hokyo, or the fucking the like halberd. That's like,
and it's like yeah. There's we would be doing it a disservice if we just name something, because I think there's so many out there that I'm forgetting.
Fuck yeah.
Wow, Jordan, you really know how to get some
that was
some
good,
dude
bro.
sweaty. Very nice. Right. Anything from you guys?
Yeah, I've got one question. Where's Cam today?
That's a great question. He's a video analyst for a professional netball team, and they need him to look at footage. And I actually went to a game.
He has a job.
Yeah, he has a job. I went to a game of theirs on Sunday, and he was so unprofessional. He sat right next to the head coach, but he's got his laptop up, and I know that he's just like
He was playing
chess.
Oh, I was gonna say
Say it.
balloon tower defense.
TD5
Yeah.
on Kiwi Ninja.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, so Cam's actually doing his job. He's about to finish up his season, though. We're very excited to announce that he will be rejoining us for a few episodes. And maybe we'll have some special guests on as well. Who knows, man? We don't plan anything. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. This has been a rapid fire mates and takes. We'll see you next time.
Smooth as butter.
See, listen, wait.